Shalom, shalom. Um, I'm planning to do a Lost Tribe um, series, and today I wanted to talk about the nation called Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea is located in the Pacific, and um, you heard about Professor Perfect, Tudor Perfect, has been explored in the island. This southern tribe in Papua New Guinea practicing the form of Judaism. So I I was thinking that's the most important things to talk about it. Um, what is written here is the lost tribe of Israel scholar uncovers Jewish movement in Papua New Guinea, and you know Papua New Guinea is located in the north of Australia. Is indigenous population, um, very far from Israel. And this report I'm reading through, in a remote corner of Papua New Guinea, the scholar known internationally as the British Indiana Jones is tracking a global phenomenon of tribal people identify themselves as a lost tribe of Israel. The Florida International University Religious Studies Professor Tudor Parfit recently conducted a research expedition to Papua New Guinea, where he studies the Gogodala, a tribe of former cannibals who believe they are one of the lost tribes. How do you spell Gogodala? It's Gogodala. The Gogodala are hunter-gatherers in western Papua New Guinea, which is the border with the Indonesia, with very little connection to the outside world. So this area is very now open to the Western civilization, and many are culturally living in a status indigenous population, like they don't write or wearing the Western clothes. Okay, let me continue. But from the very first encounters with Western explorers in the 17th century, the idea took root that ancient Israelite communities were to be found in the island of the Pacific. Later, Australian missionaries further propagated the area. So 17th century, they curious about to tracking down this particular tribe called Gogodala tribe, because it is very similar to the custom of Jews. At the request of tribe leader a decade ago, Professor Profit conducted DNA testing on the Gogodala to see if he could establish any link to the Middle East. The tests were inconclusive. Nonetheless, the Gogodala have continued to embrace Judaism. During this visit, he was surprised to see how the Jewish practice had developed in the tribe. The bedrock of the religious identity of the Gogodala remains, in some respect, the traditional belief system upon which has been grafted Christianity, which was introduced to the tribe in the 1950s by missionaries. Perfit said on top of that has been grafted a kind of Judaism. More and more of the Gogodala were Yarmark, Kippah, and prayer show. They have started celebrating Jewish holidays and they are using more Hebrew. The idea that the population can trace its root back to ancient Israel is shared by other tribes. They are those who believe that the whole Papuan population has its root in the Holy Land. So Perfit, who has written 25 books, has been studying Judaism movement around the world for 30 years. He is best known for his work with the Lemba tribe of Zimbabwe, Africa, which was shown to have an historic link to Israel. His recent book, Black Jews in Africa and the Americas, records the growth of Israelite movement throughout Africa and elsewhere. His research trip shows that the Gogodala are part of this growing global Israelite movement. So that Gogodala talk about this tribe in Papua New Guinea, described this indigenous tribe who are practicing the Jewish culture. And they might be the lost tribe of Israel. Then I see in the player in the internet that they pray to Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. That he uses in the Hebrew language to pray to the God of Israel. This is very important for every Jews around the world to remind the God of Israel. So that the question is, how do they, the Gogodala tribe of Papua New Guinea, are described to be a Jew? Always that's the tribe are scattered to the north, to the south, to the east, to the west, and this is one of the 12 tribes. Possibly ended up in the farther part of eastern atmosphere, to the east from Jerusalem. And here again, um, I want to find out more about that. Informative dialogue of a lost tribe of Israel. They are not sure which tribe they are coming from, and but it is a possibility that this tribe are inherited with the one of the tribe of Israel, and possibility that descended from the you might want to call it lost tribe of Israel. Listen to this one here. It's a
Watch Papua New Guineans singing the Shema. They aren't little Jewish kids dressed in their Shabbat best, but rather people of Papua New Guinea in their native dress, reciting the central creed of Judaism in Hebrew. This Shema video spotted and published by Israel National News is quite unusual. You will not see little ones dressed in blue and white or their Shabbat best, but rather people of Papua New Guinea in their native dress reciting in Hebrew the central creed of Judaism. It turns out these are Christians who have been taught, presumably by missionaries, to recite the Shema to demonstrate their love and respect for Christianity's Jewish roots. Read more on the forward.
Okay, I wanted to show it to you. The Gogodala tribe from Papua New Guinea prayer, Shema Israel, and okay, I find here. Listen to this one. Okay, so you heard that prayer. This is uh, Gogodala tribe from Papua New Guinea in prayers to God of Israel, and they kept this prayer. I am not sure how long this transformed the prayer to this tribe, but like what I say, it's not only just a prayer, but other part of their culture. They also finding out. Many assimilated the prayer and other part of a lifestyle uh, unlike the tribe living in Papua New Guinea, but they have the following the Torah in Old Testament, Book of Moses. So it is possibility that this tribe are descendant out of the 10 lost tribe of Israel. Now I hope that because of this is something that's, that you always wanted to hear, the lost tribe of Israel are found around the world. Anyway, it is my prayer, and I will find another episode very soon to notify the tribe of Israel. Okay, thank you and shalom.